Okay, so I just switched my cap. I don't know if I look better. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is the fact that I undoubtedly, I don't even know why I do this, honestly. I had a relationship this year, well, this year. No, it was last year, I guess. And I felt good about myself. Felt like, I felt like she really took me into account, that she really, like, I felt like listened to, even to a certain degree. uh and I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like trying to find something to make me feel worth it. And I don't know if I'm just looking at the outside, because I just have no idea what to look for in the inside. But having a relationship is just something that I wish I had. And one of the things I did is that I undoubtedly, given that I'm a person that is particularly isolated, uh, partly by my desire to be isolated, I downloaded a dating app, the Bumble, and I just kind of like have a couple of observations about it. And I think the most like salient observation I can make is that the app is probably worse than it was a couple of years ago. Like, actually, like, met my then girlfriend in one of these apps. It wasn't Bumble, it was Tinder, but I had both. And and it turns out that, I don't know, it's just like this impending, like, it's just terrible. It just makes me feel absolutely awful about myself. I had, as I said before, I used Tinder and Bumble a couple of years ago, and I had like relatively like moderate success, right? Like I don't think any person in particular is getting like a billion, likes or whatever, unless they're paying for it. But I was definitely not paying for the app. A couple of years ago, when I had like a good share of likes, like a constant stream, I guess, just one or two, I guess, every couple of days and whatever. Had a couple of matches, a lot of conversations that went nowhere, a lot of dates, and ultimately, a romantic relationship, which I like. Looking back at that, situation, I can probably say that that romantic relationship was perhaps, a stroke of luck, to be quite honest with you. It was just like me being at the right time at the right place, more about positioning than skill or anything of the sort. And and yeah, so of course, when I started my relationship, I deleted the app, and then I went a long time, and ever since we broke up in, like, was it like March or April? I have no fucking clue. I just didn't use them. I was focused on doing things that made me feel good. I just guess, I don't know why I didn't go instantly back. I guess I was just struggling with, you know, uh, this feeling of just like, the grief of losing, a relationship, I guess. So I went back recently, a couple of days ago, and let me tell you something. It is absolutely horrible. It's absolutely detestable, and I have no idea what to think. Right? Like, I'm just having a lot of self-esteem issues with myself. I'm just not getting any attention whatsoever. Um, let alone like likes. I said before, like, likes don't mean anything. If you ever use these apps, you probably are very aware of the fact that likes don't really mean anything. Um, it's more about like matches, and even then, I mean, that's just about nothing unless the match really goes somewhere. But at the end of the day, likes are something. Like, the way these apps work is that you have to both have to like each other. And I literally, and I'm not even kidding when I say this, I've been using the app for like, a little bit under a week, and I've had like one. Like, that's it. And it feels terrible. It honestly does. It hits me, in my self-esteem or whatever, in a way that I just can't describe. I said before in the last video, I have like this very, you know, deep-rooted sentiment of feeling attractive. Like, I do want to feel attractive. I do want to feel desirable in a way. And having this, like, sense of reality, no matter if it's like actual reality or just a simulacrum, just confront this feeling. It just feels terrible. It just hits me very, very hard. And And let me tell you something, okay? No, it's just, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it just being completely ignored. It's not good. And as I said before, like, I can definitely say that I probably did look better a couple of years ago than I do now. Maybe I had better pictures a couple of years ago than I do now. Those are definitely possibilities. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't think so, first of all. And second of all, it really wasn't, the difference wasn't that, that palpable. Um, I just, I just don't know what's going on. Perhaps I just like, my boat really sailed, I guess, and I'm just like stuck here. Uh, and the difference is just tremendous. It's enormous. Like I said before, like even if I didn't have particular success with Bumble back in the day, I did get a lot more attention than I'm getting now, and it's just this like painful feeling of invisibility that just like really hits me, in the back of my mind. And I don't know what to do, right? Like I think like my experience did get ridiculously worse a couple of years. You know, bef- you know, in a couple of years my experience got ridiculously worse, and it's easy to kind of just like lament yourself, like just kind of like attribute everything to yourself and to just point the finger and being like, yeah, you're the idiot, you're the guy that's not worth it. I said before in the last video, that's something I always do. um and I don't know what to do because otherwise I have no way of meeting anyone. It's just it's just terrible, just terrible. I feel completely worthless in every way, shape, or form. And it sucks. It really does hit you in your self-esteem. And for the first time in forever, I didn't have to do this. But I'm considering using like one of those spotlight features or whatever, just paying for it, which just feels dirty. I don't know if the algorithm changed. It might be the case that I'm just like not getting the attention. It might be a combination of both. But as I said before, I mean, I'm drawing from my own experience from using him back in the day. I don't know if it just got, that much worse. It's just, I'm just not getting there. I don't know what to do, and it's just something I need to get off my chest. Just this feeling of complete and utter invisibility when you don't want to be invisible. Like I struggle a lot with putting myself out there, with sharing about myself. Maybe my profile's just terrible. I have no idea. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just I'm just sad. I'm just sad about everything. Everything is just going terribly in my life recently. I don't know what to do, and I don't know what else to say. Perhaps it's just my nose. I think my nose is probably the issue. My own nose is a little bit too big. I think that might be the case. I have no idea. I'm still looking at the screen. I'm not looking at the camera. So yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say. They probably did get incredibly. It probably did get that much worse. That might be an issue, but it's still very difficult to distinguish, right? Right from wrong, I guess you could say. Distinguish what's real from what's invented. Like if they decided to make the algorithm a lot worse, this would have the same effect, but it just feels exactly the same, you know? I don't know what else to say. Yeah, that's it.